Max Holloway versus Topuria. Topuria wins. Third round KO. But I will say this. It could have been either guy's fight. Topuria just knew what he was dealing with, felt him out for a couple rounds, and closed the show when he got the opportunity. Topuria was throwing a lot, and then when he overthrew, he realized Max was clipping him. And Max has the power to knock out Topuria. He showed that. But Topuria's like, let me get some leg kicks in. Let me get some wrestling. Let me pick my shots just a little bit more. And guess what he did? He closed the show. It was the perfectly fought fight to beat a guy like Max Holloway. Now, Max Holloway, what's next for him? I don't know. But maybe he wins his next fight in the bounce back. Because it was all him. He said he felt good. He didn't make any excuses. He's like, that's just the sport we live in. Topuria is the man. What else can I do? You know? And he was a very good sport about it. And whoever he chooses to face down next, I think he wins. But for Topuria's standard, we now know that Volkanovski KO wasn't just lucky. Now Volkanovski wants to rematch, and I think he should because now he's had a little bit more time to heal up and he's not rushing back in any competition anytime soon. But he's telling Ilia, okay, I'm up next. Okay. And I think it is rightfully so. Volkanovski was reigning champion for years. Beat Holloway 3 times. I think Topuria still wins the rematch, to be honest. But then he could close the show again, and there's not going to be any excuses. There's not going to be any room for shadow of the doubt. Then what happens to Topuria, though, is interesting because then you know that he's going to be either going to stay at featherweight, face Movsar, face Diego Lopez, the 2 guys who I feel like are up next for the title. Or if he really wants to get wild, move up to 155 after he does a couple defenses at 145, of course, and stops Islam or whoever holds the belt at that point. Because I honestly don't know if Islam's going to get bored and move up to 170 and stay at 170, and then whoever the runner-up is stays and gets the belt. Who knows? Maybe Michael Chandler, you know? I got to see how that goes. I know that's a bit of a reach. We haven't seen much to indicate that Michael Chandler's going to get the belt. But if he's really serious about dialing in and winning that belt and being self-critical and not trying too hard to entertain the fans and realizing that just him fighting more methodical and knocking people out excites the fans, maybe. But this is a spiderweb timeline split in MMA for Topuria, because it all depends on what everyone else wants to do. Because yeah, there's glory in going up and getting 2 belts, especially when you defend the 145 belt a couple times, like what I really wish Conor would have done before just getting 2 belts, not defending either. And then, you know, what happened. But for Ilia, he knows that he wants to defend his featherweight strap a couple times. So when he moves up for a super fight, which is an inevitability in my opinion right now, that way the fans aren't like, oh, what's up with this 2 division stuff? It's overdone. You know, it won't be overdone. It's going to be rightfully earned by that time. But what else is there really to say? A lot of prospects for him. A lot of people at featherweight he could dispatch. And then some people he can move up at 155. I don't know if the Islam fight's going to happen just because I know Islam wants to move up and face at 170 whoever he wants. I mean, I know that. But also, you know, Bilal Muhammad has the belt. So we'll see. I know those guys are teammates or they train together. I don't know what their exact situation is. But Muhammad moved in to face down with Khabib and learned from him. And he learned a lot, and that's benefited his career. So maybe the team just needs multiple champions. Who knows? But, I mean, Islam might stay at 155, defend it a couple more times, see what else he's got going on for him. And, you know, definitely I think Topuria should be on his dance card in the near future after Topuria does. Because, honestly, if he needs to pick one, I think Diego Lopez after Volkanovski would definitely be that one, because in the meantime, Lopez and Movsar need to run that one back, because I think Lopez could win, and then maybe the winner of that one faces Topuria. But I think Topuria could potentially smash both of these guys. The whole new wave of 145 is coming up, and it is stronger than ever. So we got a lot of tides lashing against each other. We'll have to see what they make up with. All I'm saying is I'm excited for whatever they do, because it's like you're at a Baskin-Robbins of UFC fights, and all the bad flavors are just removed. And all the taste testing. How do I pick which one I really want to, go out with? Now, that's what I got to say. Which Baskin-Robbins of UFC do I want in that ice cream cup? Whatever they choose to dish out, I'm eating that up. But that's what I got to say. Congrats to Ilia for fighting the perfect fight against Max Holloway. Great card in Abu Dhabi. I will see you guys on the next set of responses or breakdowns. I got to go, calm down and enjoy the rest of the day. Peace out.